So recently in the news, the U.S. has recently launched an attack against Iran. Trump, it looked like they just recently just sent some nuclear attacks to attack Iran. They just recently struck Iran's nuclear strikes. And a lot of people now, they're fear-mongering. You have a lot of people to where they're now scared. They're scared about what's going to happen next. They're scared about Iran attacking back. A lot of people believe that Iran is going to retaliate. A lot of people believe Iran is going to attack right back, and which is most likely going to happen. But my thing is, for all you people who call yourself followers of Christ, my thing is, why are you shocked by this? The Bible makes it clear in the last days that these things will happen. The Bible makes it clear that these things were to come. And see, a lot of people in the world, the world, they don't understand because they're not following God. They don't really don't know the truth. They don't know what the facts. A lot of them just think that this world is going by. But for you people who call yourself Christians, you should know that this stuff is going to happen. Bible said in the last days, famine, wars, rumors of wars, all that stuff is going to come plagues. So why are people shocked by this? We should not be afraid of nothing because we already know that God got us. We put our faith and trust in Most High God. God got us. You see, my faith is strong. I'm not scared about what's going to happen. The only thing I'll tell you guys is just be careful going out. Be careful traveling to certain countries and be careful being in places where large crowds are at because they might try to send some terrorists over here, or Iran might try to strike back. So just be careful. That's the only thing I'll tell you guys. But I'll never let you guys be in fear because if you follow Christ, these things are to come, and God, He's going to protect His people. He's going to make a way out. You see, that's not me personally. I try to stay away from a lot of times mainstream media, the news. Not saying there's anything wrong with watching news, but in news they bring a lot of fear tactics. You watch the news, they'll have you panicking. They'll have you scared every minute. They'll make you be more afraid of what's going on in the world more than you fear God. We're supposed to fear God first. I'm not, this whole thing that's happening in U.S. and Iran. These are last days that before Christ returns. These are end times. These things are supposed to happen, and more stuff is gonna come along the way. These things have to happen. So for a lot of people who keep saying, I want Christ to return, I can't wait for Jesus to return and take over this earth. You have to understand that in order for Christ to return, Bible prophecy has to take place. These things have to happen. There's no other way around it. They have to happen. They have to. Wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, plagues. Now I believe I heard in the news earlier that COVID-19 is returning. These things have to come to pass before Christ returns. That's why you guys have to stay prayed up and have faith. Put your faith in God. Don't put it in man. Don't put it in the media. Now people wonder what Trump is going to do next. Now people wonder what the U.S. is going to do. Now people talk about, this famine coming. There's a shortage of food. Listen, God takes care of His people. God's going to always make a way. Of course, faith without works is dead. Of course, like I've said in numerous other videos, stock up on food, stock up on stuff like rice, chicken, wherever you guys like to eat. And learn how to garden. All that stuff is important. But nevertheless, we should not be scared of all the stuff that's happening in the world. Because God got us. You see, the world, they don't know what to do, but we have our faith in God. And we know that God going to protect us to the end. God got His people to the end. I'm not concerned, really, about if Iran going to strike back or not. The only thing I'm going to do is use my common sense, be very vigilant, be careful going in large crowds. But me, I got my fear in God. I don't got my fear in man. I'm not like how some of these Christians are nowadays. And you know what the sad thing is? Some of these Christians nowadays, they're more scared than worldly people. You got some Christians nowadays, they're more afraid of man than some worldly people are afraid. You got some worldly people who got more fear, who got more fear of God than you do some Christians. Some Christians themselves are panicking. Talk about what's going to happen next. Oh, we don't know what's going to happen. Oh no, please, I'm wondering. Listen, man, just stop being so afraid. God did not give you the spirit of fear. He gave you the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. You got the Holy Spirit in you. You should not be afraid of all this stuff. You shouldn't. We just have to always just stay prayed up and not be concerned about what the news media is pushing, because news media will have you look at the news as your idol God. They will have you fearmonger and panicking every minute. You ain't got to do all of that. Stay prayed up. Stay stocking up, and important supplies like food, water, clothes, wherever you need to stock up on. Stay in your word and just keep seeking God. And don't have no distractions around you. You see, I made a video recently a couple of days ago that we need God more than ever. And you saw for a lot of people who are not following God, I really suggest that you really get it right with God. Because not only are many people dying in their sins and going to hell, but you have a lot of people to where when these things happen like plagues, famine, and war, they're not going to know what to do. You're going to see crime go up in many cities across America. You're gonna see crime go up right here in America, across many cities. And you got people talk about, I wonder if we should leave America and all this. Listen, there's gonna be stuff that's gonna be happening everywhere. You could run, you could leave America and all that, but stuff is gonna happen everywhere. You know, God's judgment is not just in America, but it's on upon many nations across the earth, because sin is rampant across many countries, not just America. America it's just Babylon, like the Bible speaks about. America just the ultimate superpower, but God's judgment is gonna be upon many nations. You know, even the Bible said God's gonna create a new earth and a new heaven. So as I told you, God gonna destroy his whole earth, and there's many countries across this whole earth. He's gonna create a new one. So no matter where you run to, this is why you need God more than ever, because you have a lot of people to where they're gonna go out, they're gonna rob, they're gonna steal, they're gonna kill people, because they're not gonna know what to do. Because then many people gonna say they don't know what to do, and many people in society they're gonna start panicking and all this. But you see, followers of Christ, we ain't gotta resort to all of that, because not only do we not need to be in sin, but also we don't need to do none of that, because we know God will provide. If 10,000 jobs are gone, God will provide one for us. If every job is gone, if robots are taking over every job, God will allow us to start our own businesses. If people no longer are marrying and all these things are happening, people are no longer desiring to operate as a sex, then guess what? God will send you a God-ordained spouse. God will send you that person, that one person off that bunch of people who's going to be directly for you. If everybody's cutthroat, everybody turn on their friends, God will send you God-ordained friends that's loyal to you till the end. So we ain't got to be fearful like the world, because we know God will all provide for his people. God will always make a way. That's what we do. Our followers of Christ don't get caught up in the world stuff, because the world, their mentality is different from ours. And that's why for you people in the world, I strongly suggest you get it together with God now, because for people who don't have God now, when judgment comes and all these things are happening, wars, famine and all that, you're not going to know what to do. People are looking to put their faith and trust in politics, in science, put in these leaders like the president and state senator and all this stuff. Listen, these people are just men. They're just regular human beings. They're not perfect. Last time I checked, the only perfect person is God, is Jesus Christ. So you putting your faith and trust in men, you're just going to fail in the end, because these people are not perfect. They're regular human beings who are subjected to sin and who can fall just like any one of us if we're not careful. So you putting your faith and trust in them is not even making sense. The only person who can supply your needs is God. He's the only person who can take care of you, make sure you're straight to the end. So don't get caught up and be fearmonger like many people on the internet and many people on TV are. You know, many people, all they talk about is Trump all day. Many people, oh, I don't like him, I don't like him. Oh, I can't believe he'll do this. Listen, Bible prophecy has to come to pass. Now you got some people saying, oh, it's this so-and-so's fault for voting him in. Oh, it's so-and-so's fault for putting him in office. Listen, everything that happens in life, God allowed it. You know, so we could say this and that. We could say, what if that. Listen, another person could have been president, the same thing could have happened. The U.S. could have been struck first, if anything. But that's why, you know, everything aligns with God's perfect will. Because we're not saying that, you know, we're not supposed to stay smart and stay using our common sense, you know, having some type of knowledge about what's going on the earth. I'm not saying that. But, you know, all this stuff that people are blaming Trump or saying, oh, if Kamala won, this will never happen, all this. Listen, you can save all that, because at the end of the day, what happened, God allowed it to happen. You know, nothing happens without God's permission. You know, a lot of times people have to give too much power to man and the enemy. Anything that happened in this life, God allowed it to happen. God's a creator. He's a most high God. He can stop anything. So anything that happened regarding the election, all the stuff that's happening, it was God already saw it coming ahead of time. God sees future. He saw this stuff coming. He saw everything that's happening now. He saw it coming from thousands of years ago. He saw it coming from the beginning of time, because God, he knows everything. Nothing shocks God. You think the U.S. attacking Iran shocks God? God been knew this stuff was going to happen. He been knew this stuff was going to happen for a foundation of the planet, because he's God. It's only mankind who's surprised, but we already know God not surprised, because God knows everything. That's why you put your faith and trust in God, because God, he knows what's going to happen to you. He knows what's going to happen in this planet. But guess what? When you put your faith and trust in God, God will always have a plan B and everything that's going to happen. He will always have a plan for you to survive. There could be literally no food left on the shelf, and God will provide a way to a point that you get food. God can even have somebody show up at your door with food in their hand, with water in their hand, with supplies, because he's God. He will always make a way for his people. So you don't need to fearmonger if you're a Christian. You don't need to be scared about what's going to happen to America, all these attacks that's coming. Listen, just stay vigilant and just stay prayed up. Because when you got God's presence around you, the enemy can't just attack you so easy. Even Even guess what? For many people who are scared of death and scared about, oh, if the Iran attacks America, if Iran attacks us, what if some people die? What if they attack us? A bunch of people die. Listen, that's the Bible also says that tomorrow is promised to no man, because at the end of the day, none of us know when our last day is going to be. Some people check out at 25, some people check out at 45, 50, 60, 70. Of course, none of us really want to die. None of us want to die young. I don't think nobody wants to die young. But that's why you always stay prayed up and you start seeking God. Because when you're in God's presence, when you follow on God, guess what? Even if something does happen to you and you pass away, guess what? You go to a place that's much better than this planet, and that's heaven. And up there's no crime and there's nothing but peace and joy and God's presence surrounding you. You ain't got to worry about no more crime, no more hatred, no more murderers, no more rapists, no kidnappers, nothing like that. Because people who die in those sins don't even make it to heaven. So nevertheless, guys, don't let the news media put fear in you. Keep seeking God and keep seeking after Him. And do not let fear come upon you. Don't let the spirit of fear be bound to you. God came to set you free. And do not allow the spirit of fear to have you subjected. Do not make the news media your idol God. Make God first place in your life. But nevertheless, guys, have a blessed day and take care.